Dear students, welcome to Tungal online classes. Let us continue with the numerical problems of alternating current chapter. Yes, look at question number 6. It is given that an inductor of 25 millihenry is connected to a source of 220 volt and 50 hertz frequency. Yes, we are asked to find the inductive reactance RMS value of the current and peak current in the circuit. Yes, it is a question asked in July 2014 question paper. Simple problem for 5 marks. Okay, let us write on the data given. L is given to be 25 millihenry, that I can write it as 25 into 10 to the power of minus 3 Henry. Yes, then voltage Vrms is given. Vrms is equal to 220 volt and the frequency of the AC is 50 Hertz. Okay, we have to find out what is inductive reactance. XL is question mark, I RMS we have to find out, and I naught, the peak value of the current, we have to find out. Okay, here XL is equal to what? Omega into L, that is the inductive reactance, that is equal to XL is equal to 2 pi F into L. Okay, let us substitute the values here. 2 pi into frequency is how much? 50 into L is 25 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so this is the inductive reactance. Yes, if I simplify this, I get it as 7.85 ohms. Yes, this is the value of inductive reactance. Then, and we don't have any other components in the circuit, so whatever Z is there, that is because of L. Yes, so to find out the IRMS, we have the formula IRMS is equal to Vrms divided by Z. Since we don't have capacitor and resistor, Z will be equal to XL itself. Yes, so I can write IRMS is equal to Vrms is how much? 220 divided by, so this Z will be equal to XL. Okay, in place of Z, let us substitute the value of XL that we have just found out, that is 7.85. Okay, and this will give me the value of IRMS is equal to 28 amperes. Yes, that is the value of IRMS. Then using this IRMS, I can find the value of peak value of the current. Yes, we have the relation between IRMS and the peak value of current as IRMS is equal to I naught divided by square root of 2. Okay, by using this relation, I can find the value of peak value of current, that is equal to square root of 2 into IRMS. Okay, so that is equal to 1.41 into IRMS is 28 ampere. By calculating this, I get this value as 39.6 amperes. Okay, this is the solution for a given problem. This is the inductive reactance, this is the RMS value of the current, and this is the peak value of the current. Yes, look at problem number 7. It is given that a sinusoidal voltage of peak value 238 volt and frequency of 50 Hz is applied to a series LCR circuit in which resistance is 3 ohm, inductance is 25.48 millihenry, and the capacitance is 786 microfarad. Okay, and they have asked to find out impedance of the circuit and the phase difference between voltage and the current and the power factor. Okay, this is the problem asked in the question paper of March 2015. Okay, first let me write on the data given. The peak value of the voltage, that is nothing but V naught. V naught is equal to 338 volt. Okay, frequency is equal to how much? 50 Hertz. Okay, in some problems they may not give the frequency value. You can directly take it as 50 Hertz. Assume it to be 50 Hertz and solve the problem. Okay, then resistance is 3 ohm. Inductance is given to be 25.48 millihenry, and capacitance is 786 microfarad. Yes, and we have to find impedance of the circuit, then phase difference of phi we have to find out, then the power factor which is nothing but cos phi we have to find out. Yes, to find the value of z, we have the equation for z is equal to square root of r square plus xl minus xc whole square. Okay, I am assuming xl is greater than xc, otherwise I will take it as xc minus of xl. Okay, for that first we shall find out the values of xl and xc. Okay, xl, that is the inductive reactance, is equal to omega into L, that is equal to 2 pi f into L. Okay, for substitute the values of, I get it as 2 into 3.14 into f, I take it as 50. Inductance is how much? That is 25.48 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, and simplifying this, I get the value of XL is nearly equal to 8 ohms. Okay, the inductive reactance is obtained to be 8 ohms. Yes, similarly we shall find the value of XC. I have the formula for XC is equal to 1 divided by omega C. Okay, that is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi f into C. Let me substitute the values here. XC is equal to 1 divided by 3.14 into f is 50 into C is how much? That is 786 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, they have given it in microfarads. I will multiply it by 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, and simplifying it, I get the value of Xc is equal to 4 ohms. Okay, let us not waste time in calculating this. I'll let the value of Xc is equal to 4 ohms here. Yes, then by using these values, and I know the value of R, substitute the values of R, XL and XC in this equation, we shall find the value of Z. Okay, Z is equal to square root of R square, that is 9 plus XL is 8 minus of 4 whole square. Okay, so I get it as square root of 25. So Z is equal to, impedance is equal to how much? 5 ohms. Okay, so I got the value of impedance in the circuit. Then we have to find out what is the phase angle difference between the voltage and the current. Okay, so for that let us consider the impedance triangle here. This is the phase angle difference, this is the voltage, this is current. Yes, and it is of the effective reactance, that is VL minus of VC. Yes, or I can write in the form of resistances also. Here I will have resistance R, here I will have XL minus XC, and here I will have Z. Okay, I have to find the value of phi here. Either I can use tan phi or I can use cos phi. Okay, because I know all the values of R, XL, XC and Z, I can use whichever is comfortable. Let me use tan phi is equal to what? XL minus XC divided by R. Let us substitute the values here. I will get it as tan phi is equal to XL is 8, XC is 4 and resistance is 3. So this I get it as 4 by 3. This is equal to 1.33. Okay, and using the log table I can find the value of phi, for which tan phi is 1.33. Okay, so phi is equal to tan inverse of 1.33. So I get the value of phi is equal to 53 degree 6 minutes. Okay, so this is the value of phase angle difference between the voltage and the current in the given circuit. Yes, then power factor is nothing but cos phi. Okay, that is number 3. So we have to find out power factor. Power factor is given by cos phi. Cos phi is equal to phi already we have calculated. So we get it as a cos of 53 degree 6 minutes. Again using the log table we can find the value of cos phi is equal to 0.6. Yes, so this is the value of cos phi. Okay, so this is the solution for a given problem. Look at the next problem. It is given that a sinusoidal voltage of peak voltage 285 volt is applied to a series LCR circuit in which resistor of resistance 5 ohm and inductor of inductance 28.5 millihenry and capacitor of capacitance 800 microfarad are connected. Yes, we are asked to find the resonant frequency and to calculate the impedance, current and power dissipated at resonance. Okay, so all these values are to be found out at resonance value. Okay, so first write down the data given. The peak value is given, that is V naught is equal to 285 volt. Okay, then resistance is 5 ohm and inductance is given to be 28.5 millihenry. Yes, and the capacitor is given as 800 microfarad. Okay, and we have to find the value of FR, that is the resonant frequency impedance of the circuit. Yes, so that is Z minimum we have to find out. Z is question mark. Then current I have to find out, that is the maximum current in the circuit, and power dissipated at resonance I have to find out. Okay, so to find out frequency at resonance, I have the value of frequency given by FR is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi square root of LC. Okay, and let us substitute the values here. I get it as FR is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi. L is how much? L is 28.5 millihenry 10 to the power minus 3 into capacitance is 800 into 10 to the power minus 6 microfarad they have given. Yes, now to take the square root of, better you make the power of 10 as either even number. Okay, either you make it 10 to the power minus 8 or 10 to the power of minus 10. Okay, so for that what I will do, I write it as 1 divided by 2 pi square root of 28.5 into 10 to the power minus 3 I write as it is, into this 800 into 10 to the power minus 6 I write it as 80 into 10 to the power of minus 5. Okay, here I reduced one 0, here I reduced one negative power. Okay, this I write it as FR is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi square root of 28.5 into 80 into 10 raised to minus 8. Now I can easily take the square root of 10 to the power of minus 8 as well as this value. Okay, by simplifying this I get the value of resonant frequency is equal to 33.3 hertz. Okay, so this is the value of frequency at resonance. Okay, then I have to find the value of impedance. Yes, so already they have given the circuit is in resonance. So at resonance Z will be equal to R, because XL will be equal to XC. I have the equation Z is equal to square root of R square plus XL minus of XC whole square. This reactance becomes 0 here. So Z will be equal to R. So that I write it here. Z is equal to R is nothing but 5 ohm. Okay, this is the value of impedance. Okay, then next we have to find the current through the circuit and power dissipated in the circuit at resonance. Okay, so for this I will write IRMS is equal to VRMS divided by Z. Okay, but the value given is peak voltage. So here I write it as VRMS divided by square root of 2 into Z. Okay, so here Z is equal to R, that will give me the current at resonance. So I get IRMS is equal to 285 divided by square root of 2 into Z is nothing but 5, that is equal to the resistance. Okay, by calculating this I get it as 40.4 amperes. Okay, this is the value of RMS current when the circuit is in resonance. Okay, that is the impedance is minimum. Okay, then the power dissipated at resonance, that is P is equal to VRMS into IRMS. Okay, so here that is equal to Vrms is V naught divided by square root of 2 into Irms is how much? 40.4. Okay, let us substitute the value of V naught, that is 285 divided by square root of 2 into 40.4. okay, so this will give me the value of power is equal to 8171 watts. Okay, this is the value of power dissipated in the LCR circuit when it is in resonance. Yes. Next we have an interesting problem here. Consider a resistor of 100 ohm resistance, a pure inductance coil of inductance 0.5 Henry and capacitor are in series in a circuit containing an AC source of 200 volt 50 Hertz. Okay. In the circuit, current is ahead of the voltage by 30 degrees. Yes, and they have asked to find the value of capacitance. Yes, we have a series LCR circuit like this. Yes, it is connected to the AC source of voltage. L is equal to 0.5 Henry. Capacitance we have to find out. Resistance is given to be 100 ohm. Okay, then the voltage is given to be 200 volt. Yes, then frequency f is equal to 50 hertz they have given. Okay, and they have stated this sentence is important here. The current is ahead of the voltage. So this voltage is the resultant of VR, VC as well as VL. Okay, in the derivation of impedance we have seen along x axis I will show the current and VR is also along x axis. Okay, so if VL is greater than VC, yes, the VL minus VC I will consider. If VL is less than VC, I will take that reactance, the voltage because of the reactance downwards. Okay, now the current is along x axis and they have stated current is ahead of the voltage by 30 degrees. The position of the current is fixed. So the voltage because of inductance and capacitance, that resultant voltage that we shall show it downwards. Okay, so that I will get it somewhere here. Okay, so the resultant voltage is downwards here. So this angle is phi is equal to 30 degrees. Okay, and we get it downwards when VC is greater than VL. Okay, so I will have some VC somewhere here and VL will be somewhere here. So this difference, yes, the difference in this VC and VL, so that is this. Okay, this I can write it as VC minus of VL. Okay, and the resultant of this VC minus VL and VR, that will give me the resultant voltage of V here. Yes, so in this case we are drawing this phasor diagram just to get the value of tan phi. Tan phi is equal to the magnitude of the tan phi is equal to what? VC minus of VL divided by VR. Okay, the same thing can also be written as XC minus of XL divided by R. Okay, so I should use this function here. Tan phi is equal to XC minus XL divided by R, but not the XC minus XL minus XC divided by R. Okay, then let us write the other data given. R is equal to 100 ohm they have given. The inductance L is equal to 0.5 Henry. C we have to find out, and voltage, so that we have to take it as Vrms is equal to 200 volt. Frequency is given to be 50 hertz. Okay, we have to find the value of capacitance. So capacitance can be obtained by XC is equal to 1 divided by omega C, that is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi f into C. Okay, but to find the value of capacitance C, first we have to find the value of XC. Okay, and how to find the value of XC? Use this equation here. Okay, the phase angle is given, phi is equal to how much? Phi is equal to 30 degree. So tan phi is equal to tan 30 degrees, that is equal to 0.577. Okay, using this relation I can calculate the value of XL, and R is also given, tan phi is also known, just we have to find the value of XC. By finding the value of XC, I can find the value of capacitance of the capacitor. Okay, let me use the function tan phi is equal to XC minus XL divided by R. Okay, so XC minus XL is equal to R into tan phi, Okay, first we shall find the value of XL. XL is equal to 2 pi f into L, that is nothing but omega into L. Okay, so that is equal to 2 into 3.14 into f is 50 into the L is given to be, L value is 0.5. Okay, so this XL I get it as 157 ohm. This is the inductive reactance. Okay, so that I can substitute here. I can write XC is equal to XL plus R tan phi. Okay, so that is equal to XL is nothing but 157 plus R is 100 into tan phi is 0.577. Okay, so I get this XC is equal to 157 plus of this is 57.7. Yes, then XC is nothing but 2 pi f, XC is equal to 1 divided by omega into C, that is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi f into C. Yes, so this XC is equal to 157 plus 50, 214.4 I get. Okay, XC is equal to 214.4 ohms. So by using this, 214.4 is equal to 1 divided by 2 into 3.14 into 50 into C. So C I can calculate it as 1 divided by 214.4 into 2 into 3.14 into 50. Okay, and this value of capacitance I get it as C is equal to 14.82 into 10 to the power of minus 6 farads I will get. After simplifying this, I get the value of C is equal to 14.82 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, this is the solution for a given problem. Yes, look at the next problem given. It is given that an AC source of 250 volt and 50 hertz is connected to a circuit containing an electric lamp rated 100 watt and 50 volt. Okay, and a capacitor in series. What should be the capacity of the capacitor to work the lamp with the rated value? Okay, so they have given a capacitor in connection with the lamp. Lamp can be considered as a resistor. Okay, so this is the capacitor of capacitance C. It is connected to the supply voltage of V here. Okay, its voltage is given to be 200 V RMS is equal to how much? 250 volt, and frequency is equal to 50 hertz they have given. Yes, we have to find the capacity so that the lamp works at the rated value. Yes, so first write on the data given VRMS is equal to 250 volt, frequency is equal to 50 hertz. Yes, and the power rating of the resistor or the lamp is P is equal to 100 watt, and it operates at the voltage of 50 volt. Okay, and there is capacitor. We have to find the value of C. Yes, to find the value of C, first we have to find the value of XC. Okay, to find the value of XC, we have to find the value of Z here. Okay, so we have the equation IRMS is equal to VRMS divided by Z. Okay, and Z is equal to root of R square plus XC square. Since inductor is not there, I can take XL is equal to 0 here. Okay, in this we don't know the value of resistance also. Yes, and we don't know the value of impedance Z. Okay, in this equation, if we calculate the value of IRMS, we can get the value of Z. Okay, so Z is equal to VRMS divided by IRMS. But how to find the value of IRMS here? We don't know the value of R, as well as we don't know the value of XC here. Okay, so for that what we shall do, they have given the bulb operates at the power of 100 watt and it consumes the voltage of 50 volt here. Okay, so using these values for the given bulb, I can write power is equal to current flowing through the bulb. Since it is in series combination, the current is same, that is IRMS into the voltage across the bulb, that is 50 volt. Okay, so by this I can calculate the value of IRMS. IRMS is equal to power divided by voltage. Power is 100 watt divided by voltage is how much? 50. So I get the value of IRMS is equal to 2 amperes. Okay, so this is the value of IRMS. The same current flows through the capacitor also. Yes, using this I can find the value of Z. So I can write Z is equal to VRMS is 250 whole divided by IRMS is how much? 2 amperes. Okay, so by this I get the impedance of the circuit is equal to 125 ohms. Okay, so I got the value of impedance Z. Now using this relation, I can find the value of XC, then I can find the value of C, such that the given bulb operates at a given rated value. Here we don't know the resistance of the bulb also. Okay, for resistance of the bulb, I can write V is equal to current through the bulb, that is IRMS, into the resistance of the bulb. Okay, voltage is nothing but 50 is equal to IRMS, we have got it as 2 amperes into resistance. So resistance is obtained to be 25 ohms. Okay, the resistance of the bulb is 25 ohm here. Yes, the same values I substitute here and get the value of XC, then I can find the value of capacity of the capacitor. Okay, so I can write Z is equal to 125 is equal to square root of R square is nothing but 25 square plus XC square. Okay, by squaring on both sides I get 125 square is equal to 25 square plus of XC square. XC square is equal to 125 square minus of 25 square. XC is equal to square root of 125 square minus of 25 square. Okay, so by calculating this, I get the value of XC is equal to 122.4 ohms. Okay, that is the capacitive reactance. So XC is equal to 122.4 ohms. Yes, and I know XC is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi f into C. By this I can calculate the value of C, that is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi f into XC, that is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi f is 50 hertz into XC is 122.4. Okay, and simplifying this I get the value of C is equal to 26 into 10 to the power minus 6 farads. Okay, this is the value of capacitance of the capacitor, so that the resistor or the bulb operates at given rated values. Yes, look at the next problem here. An AC source of 260 volt and 40 hertz is connected in series with a coil of inductance 0.02 Henry and a resistor of resistance 12 ohm. Okay, we are asked to find the current, the potential difference across inductor and the potential difference across the resistor. Okay, so they have given a resistor inductor circuit here. Yes, it is connected to the AC source of voltage. R is equal to how much? So let us write the data here. So 260 volt, we shall take it as a VRMS. VRMS is equal to 260 volt. Frequency is equal to 40 hertz. L is equal to 0.02 Henry and a resistance R is equal to 12 ohm. Okay, we have to find what is current in the circuit, number 1. Then we have to find out what is the potential difference across inductor VL, that is. Okay, so then we have to find out the potential difference across the resistor, that is nothing but VR. Okay, so the current in the circuit is given by I is equal to, that is V I RMS is equal to V RMS divided by Z. Okay, V RMS we know, we have to find the value of Z. Yes, Z is equal to root of R square plus XL minus of XC whole square. We don't have capacitor, just simply we shall write it as XL square. Okay, so I will get Z is equal to root of, first we shall find the value of XL. XL is equal to 2 pi f into L, so that is equal to 2 into 3.14 into f is 40 hertz. L is given to be, yes, inductance is 0.02. Okay, so this I will get it as 5 ohm. Okay, so after calculating this I get the inductive reactance is equal to 5 ohm, that we shall substitute it here. So I will get it as 12 square plus of 5 square. Okay, so this is 144 plus 25, is it 169? So this will give me the impedance value, Z is equal to 13 ohm. Okay, by getting the value of Z, I can easily find the value of IRMS. IRMS is equal to VRMS is 260 divided by 13. Okay, so this will give me the value of current IRMS is equal to 20 amperes. Okay, 13 into 20, that will give me 260. So the RMS value of the current is 20 amperes. Okay, then the voltage across the inductor is VL, the potential difference across the resistor is VR, and we know that is VL is equal to the reactance of the inductor into current flowing through the inductor, that is equal to XL is nothing but 5 into IRMS is 20. So VL is equal to 100 volts. Okay, I get it as 100 volt. Yes, similarly number 3, that is VR is equal to resistance of the resistor into current flowing through the resistor, that is IRMS. So that I get it as R is equal to 12 into IRMS is 20. So VR is equal to 240 volts. Okay, so this is the solution for a given problem. Yes, look at the next problem here. The figure shows a series LCR circuit connected to the voltage of VRMS is equal to 230 volt. Inductance is 5 Henry, capacitance is 80 microfarad, and resistance is 40 ohm. Okay, we are asked to find out the resonant frequency, determine the frequency that drives the current at resonance. Okay, that is nothing but the resonant frequency we have to find out, and we are asked to find the impedance of the circuit and amplitude of the current, that is the peak value of the current at resonant frequency. Okay, then we have to find the RMS potential drops across 3 elements of the circuit, and to show that the potential drop across LC combination is 0. Okay, first let me write down the data given. VRMS is given to be 230 volt. Okay, inductance L is equal to 5 Henry, capacitance is equal to 80 microfarad, resistance R is equal to 40 ohm. Okay, we have to find the value of resonance frequency FR, and we have to find the value of peak current, that is I0 at this resonant frequency. Okay, then RMS potential drops, that is VL I have to find out, VC I have to find out, and VR I have to find out, and we have to show that the vector sum of VL and VC is equal to 0. Okay, we shall solve it step by step. So first we have to find out the resonant frequency. FR is given by 1 divided by 2 pi square root of L into C. Okay, let me substitute the values here. That is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi square root of L is 5, C is 80 microfarad, that is 80 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, and simplifying this, I get the value of FR is equal to 8 Hertz. Okay, the resonant frequency is 8 Hertz. Yes, so this is the solution for first part of the problem. Yes, then we have to obtain the impedance. Impedance Z is equal to root of, so it is the resonant frequency here. When the circuit is in resonance, XL will be equal to XC, hence Z will be equal to R. Okay, so the impedance of the circuit will be equal to the resistance of the circuit, that is equal to 40 ohm. Yes, that is the impedance of the given LCR circuit. Okay, then we have to find out the amplitude of the current at a resonant frequency, that is nothing but I naught. I have to find out I naught is equal to V naught divided by Z. Okay, but whatever value they have given 230 volt, that is the RMS value of the voltage. So to get V naught, I write it as a square root of 2 into V RMS divided by Z. Okay, let us substitute the values here. I get I naught is equal to square root of 2 1.41 into 230 divided by Z is nothing but R, that is equal to 40. Okay, I will get this value of I naught is equal to 8.13 amperes. Okay, that is the peak value of the current at resonance. Yes, next I have to find out the RMS potential drops across inductor, capacitor and resistor. Okay, so I have to find out VL, VC and VR, those are the RMS potential drops. Okay, for that first we have to find out RMS value of current. So IRMS is equal to I naught divided by square root of 2. Okay, so that is equal to 8.13 divided by 1.41. This I get it as 5.75 amperes. Okay, this is the RMS value of the current. Then VL is equal to I RMS into XL. Yes, that is the potential drop across the inductor is equal to I RMS into reactance of the inductor. Substitute the values here. I RMS is equal to 5.75. XL is nothing but 2 pi FL. Okay, so XL is 2 pi F into L. Those values I will substitute it here. I get it as 2 into pi is 3.14, F is that is the resonant frequency 8 into L. Yes, L is inductance, that is equal to 5. Okay, simplifying this I get VL is equal to 1437.5 volt. Yes, this is the value of potential drop across inductor. Then we shall find the potential drop across capacitor. VC is equal to 1 divided by VC is equal to current I RMS into XC. XC is a capacitance of the XC is a capacitive reactance. Okay, let us simplify this. I get it as I RMS. XC is nothing but 1 divided by 2 pi F into C. That is the resonance frequency I have to consider. So I get this as VC is equal to I RMS is 5.75 into 1 divided by 2 into 3.14 into FR is nothing but 8 into C is 80 microfarad, that I read it as 80 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Okay, and simplifying this I get VC equal to 1437.5 volt. Yes, both we can see both VL and VC equal to each other. Yes, so that is why we are getting the resonant frequency FR in this case. Then the potential drop across resistor is equal to I RMS into resistance of the resistor, that is equal to I RMS is 5.75 into resistance is 40. So I get VR is equal to 230 volt. Okay. So we got all the potential drops across inductor, capacitor and resistor. Okay. We have to show that the potential drop across LC combination is 0. Yes. Considering at resonance VL will be equal to VC. Here we have VR. Okay. VL is along positive y-axis, VC is along negative y-axis, and since their magnitudes are same, yes, the vector sum of VL and VC will be equal to 0. So the potential drop across the LC combination is equal to 0. Okay. This is the solution for a given problem.